J More, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through as always. We're going to go ahead and break down a couple of these stories on this podcast tonight. And I'm going to go and get into a few Instagram videos and clips as well that's been crazy out there in these streets. One thing I've been slipping, I don't be on social media a lot, believe it or not, so it's always kind of hard for me to be on Instagram and things. And then every time I get on, I'm like, oh my goodness, the world has gone crazy. There's so much stuff going on Instagram. Wow. Anyway, Uncle Shannon, man. Oh man. Uncle Shannon, the cannon. He come out and he explained. I'm gonna talk about two different stories, then I'm gonna get into Instagram tonight. The other thing I'm gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe explaining his situation with the girl, and it didn't come out right. And it's bad out here in these streets, boy. I don't think I'm gonna ever be with somebody, probably. I'm gonna be like Charles Barkley. I'm gonna be out the game with no rings and no glory, I guess. It's too late for me. I had my days. I had a few title runs. I made the all-star team a few years, but I ain't gonna have a ring, and I'm gonna be out the game, and it'll be over with. It's all good because it's getting too scary out here. Um, and Diddy, the other story I want to talk about before I get into Instagram, Diddy, the jury selection is about to begin, and they said that the jury, one of the things they're going to have to do is look at the freak off tape. Now, would you want to be a juror just to see the tapes? Or if you was about to be a juror and you had to see the tapes, would you want to leave? I'd actually might want to be a juror for a change, actually. Speaking of that, it was a scam. Somebody called me talking about I missed some damn court appearance and I'm about to go to jail and I need to come and do this or that for some type of grand jury that I missed. And I'm like, oh, well, don't do that. What was it? What it need? I thought this was a scam. No, this ain't a scam. I'm like, oh, okay, because I ain't paying no money. What you need? Oh, okay, no, we don't want no money, but you do have 2 citations, each in $500. I'm like, man, get off my phone. Give me the address. I go down there to the courthouse and pay it in person. Dude hung up the phone. So don't fall for the okey doke. They saying you missed some grand jury and you about to go to jail. You ain't. Say, give me the address. I'll go down there. I'll go there. I'll appear. Talking about you failed to appear. Get off my phone. Anyway, let's get back to Unc. So Shannon, man, sometimes things, even if you are telling the truth and explaining it correctly, it just still don't have a good look. And Shannon came out and said that him and that girl, yeah, you may hear the choking or whatever in the audio, but we had rough sex. That's what we liked. We meet up for BDSM, rough sex. For those that don't know, and I'm not an expert, but I believe it's what bondage, sadism, and masochism. So they like to do freaky stuff, hurting, choking, tying up, whatever. The problem is she's 20 and a little white girl, and he 57, 56, and a big black dude. So that's always going to come back to haunt you in the visuals. It just is. Take it from OJ. He played the same ball you play. All right, look here, Skip. Look here, Skip. So Shannon explains. Oh my goodness. And this really had me thinking about some stuff. And I'm gonna explain and share a story that I'm glad it didn't bounce back on me in a way. Not that I ever had BDSM. I haven't. I guess I'm a lame in a lot of ways, and that's cool. It's true. It is what it is. But I did get set up almost when I was a teenager. But before I get to that, it say that Shannon said that this was a pure BDSM one, and that they would meet up for rough sex about once a week and nothing more. The thing is, though, he did move her in with him from California to Nevada, so it was a little more than that. But nevertheless, it says sources close to the Hall of Famer told TMZ Sports on Thursday that he engaged in kinky, consensual sexual activity. They still calling her Jane Doe when her name and everything is everywhere, but about 100 times in both LA and Nevada from late 22 to January 25. Shannon smashing, boy. Shannon putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? At least 100 times. It's 365 days in a year, so that's a third of the year. He was tagging that ass, you know what I'm saying? Touchdown. He was deep in that end zone. You say they insist that while the intimate encounters featured choking and role playing, none of it was ever non consensual or forcible sex. In fact, the sources added it was his accuser, an OnlyFans model, who requested most of the physical acts, claiming her text message showed she liked to be tied up and wear a dog collar during some of their time between the sheets. Numerous texts from her, they say, capture her demands, including one where she explicitly writes, "I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy." Now, this is something I actually had somebody would text things to me, and I wouldn't necessarily text some of the same things back. And I think they probably felt I wasn't interested or whatever, but I didn't want to be texting a bunch of stuff and have a record of me texting all kind of stuff and doing that. Plus, some of the stuff they were saying ain't really what I would say anyway. But me being old school, and Shannon older to school than me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking about what I say or do to do some of this stuff. It's everything is recorded and tracked, and then I don't even have anything. And if I had what he had, I would be more diligent. And these text messages ain't that good. I'm trying to zoom in. I was able to on my phone, but it says pretty much what to say. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my rump roast, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Oh my goodness. I guess he figured why put a condom on if he was putting it in the rump roast? Ain't like you gonna get pregnant, right? Hey, look here, baby. This is the end zone. You can't get no baby. Let me go ahead and plow this field. Bloop, there it is. And say, I don't know how to process this. Can I call you later? In the end, man, woo wee. Well, I ain't gonna say in the end, but wrapping it up, moving along, and then I'm gonna get to some of these comments. I think, sometimes there's no good way to explain some things. Now, I'm not saying what he did is a crime, but the optics and the visual and the narrative just don't go right. But we ain't talking about optics and visuals when it come down to a lawsuit and these accusations. We need to get down to the facts and details, which would be kind of hard, especially if a lot of this what she's saying is true. Then why didn't she maybe go and get some proof or documentation from a hospital that would show some type of forced entry into the rump roast? I don't know. If she does have that, ooh, it's definitely not looking good. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? Appreciate you for coming through always. Damian Kenny, what's good, fam? You say men of means need to have their partner sign ironclad NDAs. Look at Shaq. no problems from others he was with. Speaking of Shaq, rumor is he putting money out there to get dirt on Shannon because he upset over some deal that he wanted that Shannon got, which that's kind of shady. Difficult takes a day. Greetings from Charlotte. What's up, Charlotte, North Carolina, North Kakalaka. Damian Kenny, Gabby Zuniga probably researched Shannon and everything. She was playing chess. He didn't even have a checkerboard. She probably was. You know what? When I was a teenager, about 14, my sister was dating some NBA players and stuff and athletes, and we was at some game. She was dating some dude that was an agent or something. He wasn't even a player at this point. But these white girls that was there, one of her friends overheard them in the bathroom saying, make sure when you talk to the black men that you got your ass pointed out first. They love to see that. So make sure you have that. And then make sure that you're really flirty and laugh at all their jokes. So they be having a game plan. Straight up. Damian Kenny, you say, everyone, please hit the like. I appreciate that, man. Definitely everybody hit the like. Subscribe. I'm only need like 25, 30 subscribers to hit that 35K. So go ahead and hit that subscribe if you hadn't already. Definitely appreciate it. Difficult takes a day. You like my Freddie? You got the body, but I got the brains. That's why I like this. I like to say, you got the body, but I got the brains. Damn. In the end, pause, pause, pause. In zone. All right, so I'll share a story. I got two stories actually. So one, I'm glad because sometimes women can get you into some stuff. So this is a story that I was thinking about. Um, Whereas what if this girl really did set him up? Or what if she was playing along with this stuff, but maybe did initiate it? And then after things maybe went wrong or went rough, changed her mind. For example, when I was about 18 or 19, my girlfriend at the time was a year younger than me. She was about 18 because she wasn't in school no more. And we was, smoking or drinking at my house or whatever. And I don't know how the subject came up or whatever. She was just sitting on my lap in the back while we were smoking or something. And I don't know what or something, but she tried to hit or squeeze or something. And I'm like, whatever, something. And she's like, oh, that don't hurt. And I'm like, well, I wasn't trying to hurt you or something or whatever. I don't know what happened. And then for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't trying to hurt you. I mean, if I was trying to hurt you, I'd have tried to hurt you. She like, you couldn't do this, it wouldn't have hurt. And I remember she was like, hit me in the arm or something like that. And I'm like, what? She like, go ahead, let me see. And so I just gave a little punch, not trying to be hard. She like, oh, that I told you this or that. I'm like, yeah, I know, I ain't trying to hurt it. Boom, hit again. And she like, see, it don't hurt. Punch again. I'm like, I ain't trying to punch you like that. Then I punched a little harder, but I knew it was hard enough. And she like, see, it don't. I'm like, I ain't doing this. I ain't gonna keep punching your ass. What is you on? We might have been, like I say, we was under the influence. Maybe it was affecting her a little different. Whatever. I shouldn't even have did that. But being young, not thinking about it, I still wasn't trying to knock her out or nothing. Anyway, the day go past, whatever. The next time I talked to her, I was going to see her. She worked downtown at North Pier. And I remember when went to go see her, she had worked at like Claire's Accessories or something there because they used to have a arcade and all them little cheap ass shops and stuff. Anyway, when I came up there to see her, I'm like, hey, what's up? And she had an attitude with me, and her friends was looking at me like I was bogus. I'm like, what's up? What's wrong with y'all? She like, look. And she showed me her arm, and there was a big old bruise on her arm. And she had this like arm bracelet around it to like kind of cover it up. And she like, look what you did to me. And at first I laughed because I'm like, Laughing is in. I told your ass don't do it. Like laughing. I'm 19. But anyway, I'm laughing, of course, because I always think of something kind of funny in a way. But I'm like, what you? I told you that was don't do that. Why you want to? I told you I ain't want to be punching you and stuff. But she looked at it as, are you laughing at me? Like you hurt me and then you laugh about it. So like they tried to make it seem like I was some abuser or something, beating you up and laughing about it. Like, what? That was your idea. Anyway, I'm glad that was in the 90s. No telling what people do these days. But that I don't never played like that again. I'm glad I learned that lesson at 19. Ain't nobody talking about try this or do that, and then oh look what you did. Oh hell no, nope. Fool me once, shame on you. Ain't no twice. Fool me again. Then when I was in my, I say 30s, early 30s, it was this one girl I did come across that was older than me. She may have even been like 40. She was about 40. But we was cool. I liked her a lot or whatever. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I liked her, whatever. Anyway, she liked that smacking and punching and on the ass and rough and choke and grab and pull and a lot of stuff that was a big turnoff to me. And it wasn't even because of that other memory or whatever. It's like I don't hit and punch and choke. That's like making my thing go down. Like I'm like going to fight mode. What is this? To some people, maybe that's what they like. Maybe some people grow up in certain environments. They think that's what love is. According to some things I've seen psychiatrists and people say, depending on what you grew up with, your baseline for a lot of things can be all over the place. Peace and quiet in your home could be a rock and roll band sleeping everywhere. So, it's a little different. But you got to be careful out here, man. You got to think before your actions. And being young is one thing, but as you get older, you got to learn those lessons and learn them from other people, examples and things. That's one thing I try to do as well, learn from other people, examples, so you don't have to make that same mistake all your time. Damian Kitty, Rick James, weed is a hell of a drug. That weed is a hell of a drug. It made me, she tricked me. But nah, that's somebody, when you be playing and do this or that, and next thing you know, then they'll say, oh, look what you did. Like, ain't that something? Never again. Nah, never again. Don't play like that. So anyway, I think man, he should have had some of those experiences, maybe learn those lessons or something, because especially with these Caucasian ladies, you looking for a setup. You playing with fire, bruh. Straight up. Anyway, moving along. Diddy. Diddy is now gonna have a jury selection pretty soon. And they saying that people may have to watch the tapes as part of the selection. Another thing that they bringing up on Diddy, and I guess this is a crime. This is so weird. This case is so weird to me. So weird. Is that he forced a victim to get a medical procedure, a BBL? That's a lot of power to make somebody go and get a medical procedure. I mean, really? I don't know. Oh my goodness. I never, I've always, I guess, never been influenced by somebody enough to join or follow. I did do some like rewind of my life. And as a young person, I did look up to older people. I wanted a brother, I guess. I wanted a brother or some dad, somebody there to be for me. And so I looked up to a lot of older guys. First one was one across the street. Then it was a couple other people and things. So, but they all kind of, except for my first person across the street, who I looked up to as a brother figure. My mom would even get their old clothes from the neighbor, and I would wear their clothes like hand me downs, like a brother. So, but other than him, they all pretty much kind of treated me bad. Anyway, not to cry or nothing, but anyway, we see that Diddy made somebody go and get a surgery. I don't know. I never could really get deep into stuff because I just do not like to join stuff. I just never joined something really. Like I can't really say I fully joined something. I ain't talking about no union. I ain't talking about, but like the fraternity or even deep in the gang life and stuff. I had enough where I was good, but I wasn't in that stuff deep enough to be entrenched and stuff. I'm more of a James Bond solo player. Anyway, I don't understand how this. Anyway, it says that the alleged victim is being referred to, and they don't say what the procedure is exactly. But I don't get how somebody can make you get a medical procedure. I just don't understand some of this stuff. Do people really need a job? I'll go work at UPS. Anyway, they say Cassie is scheduled to testify against Diddy at his trial, as are three other women using various pseudonyms that made allegations. That's not going to be good. And they said the video of him and Cassie also came up during the hearing, and with the judge ruling that the video will be allowed at trial, and also asked the prosecutor could address issues with the video like the ones Diddy's expert witness cited in a recent legal filing, saying that ain't the full video. But anyway, because they said it was a clip captured on the iPhone of the original video. Diddy has been trying to get his trial delayed, but it looked like it's going to start on May 5th. And that's going to be interesting, man. Going to be interesting to see what happens with the diddler. He got a lot going on. He in trouble. And damn, the diddler. He's gonna make everybody watch this freak off videos that if you a juror, I would actually want to be a juror just to see, like, okay, I wouldn't want to, I just look at the Beyonce ones. Any freak off videos with him and another guy, pass that along to the female jurors. Let them watch that. Male jurors will check out the freak off videos with Beyonce and anybody else that's famous that look good. We'll let you know how that turned out. Anyway, a lot going on, man. I feel like it's gonna get real interesting and juicy once the trial starts. So hopefully everything all right with him. All right, let me go on some funny Instagram videos, man, because people out here on Instagram, you know, some of this stuff I don't even think is real. Like this woman right here. You know what? It is good to have confidence and stuff. And watching this woman made me feel like, damn, I guess my belly ain't that bad. Let me get some of this water. This woman, she got a booty, belly booty, booty having ass. She was shaking that booty like it was no tomorrow. I'm like, Ernest go to camp. Ew.
TikTok shop. These are size 2X. They're very roomy. They're pretty color. They're good on the back. Because girl is
Oh no, she said she getting her booty back. Oh no! What? Look how thin this is on the sides and flat and all up here. Look at the. Oh wow! You know what? I should not be more. I shouldn't be so hard on myself.
These are a little bit bigger than true size. They have more colors. I'm definitely getting them. I figured my butt look amazing in the color and everything is so cute.
Look at this coochie. Oh my goodness! You know what, man? This can't be real. Why? This is real.
But let me show you how that did not work. I'm so excited for this.
She said that didn't work. No kidding. No kidding. This the thing. She said she a gold digger. Here's the thing, man. It's great to be confident. I think that some of this stuff can't be real because, like, I'm not saying be ashamed of who you are or, any of that stuff, but be reasonable. Be reasonable. How many people want to see me on the beach in a Speedo? Like, why would I? Nobody. I wouldn't wear a Speedo and y'all talk about you wearing bottoms. Of course I'm wearing bottoms. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just I've been said it plenty of times. I'm a nerd. I'm scared. But I couldn't let it all hang out. She let it all hang out.
This workout skirt. This is also a true legs. I believe my size large cousin could probably put this on. It is not trying to put it on. I couldn't get it to go over my belly. So this is not true size, I don't think, because
she said she couldn't get it to go over her belly. You know what else, women? I get it. If you got a belly and you're a big girl, you pull your pants up over the belly button and stuff nowadays instead of under and having the belly hanging down. I get it. It's a better look to pull it up. But it ain't fooling nobody. That's like if I pull my pants up over my belly button, you go forget I had a belly tucked in half of my pants. I'm not saying don't do it. Tuck it in, please. Tuck it in. But just don't think that don't nobody notice. That's all. And if they want to holler, let them holler. Who cares? But let's just be a little more reasonable. For example, we got Shorty here. I gotta mute this one right here. But here's something else. I just don't think this is real, man. Is this real? I told you I'm a nerd. I'm not on this that much. This cannot be real. Did this woman actually get these damn booty and hips? Look at this. Look at this hanging over her. She really paid for this and thinks she looked good in this video with this. Nobody's told this is not real. This cannot be real. If I was a dude, I would be embarrassed to be seen with her. I would. I would be embarrassed to be seen with her. And the reason why is, what do they think you are? They just what? Oh, he's an ass man. He just a freak, a nasty ass pervert. He just wanted so much ass. He just blew her booty up with a grenade. Like, what? That's embarrassing. Ladies, would you want to go somewhere with a man that wore jogging pants with a tube steak hanging down around his legs? Everybody see, and they just see you walking with him with his shit with no underwear on and jogging pants down to his knees, his meat hanging. They like, oh yeah, she nasty. She just want all that meat. She just want all that jerky. She just take it all. She takes all of that, girl. You put all that in your mouth? Ooh, girl. If I was a woman, I wouldn't want nobody seeing that. Here's another thing, man. This woman is blowing up as a podcaster. I don't think she's funny, but this clip is funny, sadly, because when you talk to idiots that think they're smart, it's so sad. And I've talked to so many of them. These home health aides. Oh my goodness. The ones that they sent me in the last few years that I had. Oh, wow. Ain't nothing worse than talking to an idiot that swear they know something. Swear they right. Swear they correcting you when they're an idiot. Oh, it's so much of that happening now. I didn't come across this that often before I was injured, I guess. So since 2011, they sprouting up. This white girl, again, I don't think she's funny, but at this time, it actually played out. Her whole shtick is being, somebody that could care less. Like, why are you interviewing people, but you can care less about them? But here it is. Listen to this. What she say to, I think this is Sukiyana, the rapper.
That's amazing. I don't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
This Riri said, what the fuck that mean? Well, I bet magic or something. I don't move giggy. I like that. I don't know what that mean. I don't know what that mean. I know, but I don't do the magic. Not there with me. Man, she from Florida.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. And that's not all I do.
I'm not no musician, okay? I make music. You understand? That's what I do. I ain't no musician. That ain't all I do. I rap, I sing, I dance, I make music, I produce. But don't call me no musician. What I look like? I don't be on stage, pull a rabbit out the how you do. What the it with you, bitch? Not that big. What?
Music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not what magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. Crack is whack. I don't think. All right. I don't read. I don't think. I don't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Damn big. I's a Moogle. You know, like Harry Potter. They the musicians. They know magic. I's a Moogle. I'm a young Moogle. The Moogles don't know magic. Okay, bitch? Okay? As a Moogle, as the singers, as the dancers, as the actresses, as don't talk. You don't know me. I don't think. You need to think. Okay. I don't think. I know. I don't know. I know. Okay. I don't know what, but I do know this. That you got me messed up.
I know.
So you think. I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No.
Hey, she says. She said. Play the piano. You gonna play the piano. I ain't no magician. I'm the muggle. Young muggle. She probably think that's what mogul means. If you a mogul, that means you ain't got that magic from Harry Potter yet. You just one of the rest of us. Oh yeah, I'm a young mogul. I'm a young muggle. Muggle. Oh man, this can't be real.
Music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words,
Yeah.
you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What's wrong with this country? What's wrong with this world? Shout out to my girl, Brandy Denise Boyd, who posted out. She was just in Australia, and she was saying that how at first she thought people was giving her shade because she was black, but turned out it's because of Americans. And when I used to travel, people used to love to talk to Americans. And if this is the case where everybody is hating on Americans, she said, yeah, she came across some others and they said they tell people they from Canada. They don't even say they from America no more. Because we sound goofy. We look goofy and dumb, and I the mugger. You's a mugger? Yes. So you want to take from me? You want to mug me? No, as a mugger. I think we got a big problem, man. We in trouble. And here's another thing, man. You know what? This made me want to punch a kid. Straight up. Hey, you need to fire a little kid in his chest. A little boy, you need to fire him off in his chest once every now and then. Let him know you a little punk. Stop running up on people like you grown. Fire this off in your chest, boy. Better learn how to respect your elders. Straight up. Listen to this right here. You tell me if I'm wrong. But if this little boy came up saying this to me, he might have got stole on. I might not have caved his chest in, but he'd have felt a little flame in that mug. Listen to this little punk. And then I'd have found his mama and gave her a whooping.
What you coming over here for? Where your grandma at? So,
He said, where your grandma at? Where that bitch? She owe me money. Get off my turf, nigga. Listen to this fool. Where your grandma at? You don't scream me, G. Don't come up here questioning me. Who the boy? I'm already getting mad. Listen to this fool.
where's your mom? Oh, wait a minute.
He pulled the gun out. Where's your mom, bitch? I need that titty milk. It's lunchtime. He done told somebody's cigarette lighter gun. I got me protection on these streets. I gotta go check my fly paper, see what's sticking, see where that grandma at. She got my cookies and milk. Shit. Check on my corners, see what my penny candy doing. My candy ain't moving this week. Hey, I want y'all to get 2 for $3. 2 penny candy, $3, bitch. This little badass boy, get me off the record. Because she was recording him. He talking about, hey, get me off that record. If I whoop that ass. Snitch. Listen to this again.
What you coming over here for? Where your grandma at? In Suffolk. Where's your mom? Oh, wait a minute.
And she laughed. Get me off record. Come here, I'm going to trip your little punk ass. Whoop, there you go. Watch it, little man. Little punk ass pull a gun on me. Where's your mom? No, where's your mom? Because she about to give me some head in front of you. Yeah. You'd be like, damn, you went OG Debo on his ass. Now, one time, a girl's kid did say some crazy stuff to me when I was younger, and I almost turned into the Undertaker. I turned into Shannon Sharpe. Come here. I'm going to just choke you. I ain't going to do nothing else to you. I'll just choke you out. Slammed him like the Undertaker. Nah. But I remember he said, I don't got to listen to you. I'm like, oh, hell no. You going to have to go. Hey, you about to tell your mama. Because I'm going to punch you in your eye. Nah, I ain't do that. But it is upsetting to me with these bad kids. They're saying things that would have never crossed my mind. They're doing things that I never crossed my mind. So, I mean, this little boy right here, here go another one that I would have stole on. I might have stole on him harder than the other kid because the other kid was protecting his hood. Where your grandma at? I need them cookies and milk on my desk for lunchtime. I'm out here hustling, selling penny candy corner to corner. She better have my snacks. This little nasty ass nigga, yeah, boy. This boy here, oh, I see that it's in the little white boy's DNA to be a boss. At least that's what they think, because he came up talking to her like, what? Listen to this. He just threw down his diaper and wipes and turned to her and said, do it. What? What? You just walked here with your own diapers and ass wipes and you told me to do it? I'd do it so damn rough on him, I'd punch him in his little balls. That's how I do it. You want it again? No! Take your little nasty ass to the toilet. Little Opie Taylor ginger head talking about some do it. What? Oh man, what's up with these kids today? He crossed his arms and said, I'm waiting. This means that he's picking up this behaviors from his dad. His dad be bossing her around and checking her. Make me something to eat. I'm waiting. Rub these feet. Now. What? Look at how you do. You don't come up with this on your own.
Waiting. Why didn't you go on the toilet? Because I didn't. Okay, well, I don't want to change your diaper. You know how to go in the toilet. No, I don't have to. Why? Because you can go on the toilet.
I never even thought like this. I never thought like this. You have to. Why? My mama tell you, man, I wasn't peeing in the bed. I mean, of course, things may happen, but I wasn't doing none of that. I needed to get that up off of me. I'm a pee, boo-boo, all of that. You ain't got to be wiping me and flipping me over and powdering my little balls at that age. What the hell? He's a little pervert. He probably gonna want to be like Shannon Sharpe with some spankings and stuff when he get older. Powdering his little balls, red balls.
Oh, I have to go pee right now. Then go.
Right.
But I have a stinky diaper. Sounds like a personal problem. Take my stinky diaper off. Take the stinky diaper off. You take it.
If you don't get your funky ass in front of me, talking about some take your stinky diaper off, I'd have grabbed his little head and squeezed it. Boy, you better get up out my face, stanky duty booty.
But it's too messy. I don't like my poop anymore.
He said he don't like his poop anymore. The worst thing is you used to like it. You little nasty little thing, you used to like it. Kyle Wilson, I would have got knocked into the face. Hey, for real. Do it. Change me. I didn't even think like that. Damien Kitty, kids have too much access. Georgia's voting to restrict cell phone use in schools. They should. They should. They shouldn't even let these kids bring them nowadays because they is crazy. Kyle Wilson, some of the kids are grown. For real, for real. Damien Kitty, that's a player named Slickback from the Boondocks. Talking about little man. Slickback had his grandma on speed dial. I'm a pimp named Slickback. Grandma was out there getting his money. Kyle Wilson, sometimes you got to Bernie Mac him. Hey, for real. You do. You really do, man. And say, spare the rod, spoil the child. I believe it because some of these things going on, boy. Now, look, I love me a beautiful woman, and I ain't got no shame in being freaky with my woman or whatever, but I just told y'all, I wasn't having nobody change my diaper. I ain't like the pee-pee or the boo-boo. Okay? I didn't want it changed. I damn sure didn't want it on me or on my face. But be careful when y'all out there celebrating your woman, talking about how fine she is and what you like to do. Because you might just let something out that you wasn't supposed to. For example, is it wrong to smell her panties on camera? I do like my face. She got straight doo-doo stains. My stain! That's where she messed up. She shouldn't have said my stain. And this dumb fool got the doo-doo up his head. You doo-doo head. You straight doo-doo head. This dude put her panties on his head. First of all, I ain't putting nobody drawers on my head anyway. That's too far. That's too far. Secondly, dude, what? Really? You put them doo-doo drawers on your head? You ain't think about, look, you love her doo-doo drawers, boy. She need to give you whatever you need. He really love your goof ass. My stain! She shouldn't have said my stain, because, ooh, she had a bad, heavy discharge day. My bad, sorry. She tried to play it off. Is it wrong to smell her panties on camera? I do like my bad. My bad, sorry. Is it wrong to smell her panties on camera? I do like my bad. My bad. Buster! Oh my goodness. That's hilarious, man. How you I would have damn near pushed in stream or something. Buster! Oh my goodness. She was eating peas. She's eating peas. Pick up one more for you. I just don't think this is real, man. Is this real? Is this real, man? Because what? These people, how do they have so much confidence?
This one is better though.
What? Look at this split. This cannot be healthy. I never seen a split up the middle like this. Of the gut. Her belly split. She talking about, I got this booty in the front, but the one in the back is fatter though. Hey man, is somebody sticking their thing in that? Dudes are nasty. Dudes are nasty. And I'm not saying she don't need love or nothing, but I would never stick my wee-wee in there. You talk about make your wee-wee melt. Come on, man. This can't be real. Kyle Wilson, that's fake. I'm swearing, this gotta be fake. I'm like a coward. I could never look like, I feel bad with my belly. She make me feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What? David kidding, say you can't unsee that. What? She said the booty in the back. Any dude that hits that, dudes are nasty. Again, I'm not saying you nasty if you like a big person. I'm just saying I wouldn't have no condom on and I wouldn't be raw. I couldn't do that. You talk about pressure. Shorty got pressure. Somebody compress your thing come out flat like notebook paper. You just stuck your wee in there, it come out flat. Cause she got pressure. It's like what they call it, fault, seismic fault, collision. What the hell? Earthquake fault lines. You stick your thing in there, and them fault lines, boy, it gonna show that you shred it. Shred your thingy thing. Gotta come up for air. Nikki B might get an infection. Really? Dude, you know it's pus up in there. That ain't no pussy. That's a pussy. You thinking you getting some, you inside a big pus hole. Ooh. She talking about hit this pussy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now put some Neosporin in it when you done. Ew. Whoa. I don't know, man. Look at this. This is another thing. How is this? Why? When did being embarrassing become a thing? Like these videos, I wouldn't put these out. And this girl put this video of her cleaning her car. Her car is the worst. She got so many roaches in her car. Roaches. And she got a car seat and kids. How as a woman, first of all, let me put this back on me. As a woman, you're supposed to be pristine, clean. Even if you don't have nice stuff, you still can be clean. As a woman, you got holes to clean out. You sitting here with roaches and garbage and oh my goodness. This is so embarrassing. I don't look at this.
Mercy. Good morning, K-Puff family. It is currently 9:43 and I just feel like doing something. So guess what? I'm out.
She just feel like doing something. You should have been doing this.
I'll work on my car. Y'all know my car is roach infested to the T. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But it's okay because I'm gonna go ahead and get that right today, baby. So pretty much I'm just taking out everything.
There's roaches in the car seat.
So I can bomb it. But y'all, I got some roach.
She gotta put a roach bomb in her car. What?
Right, so I'm really
look at all them crawling all over this stuff.
And as I go, y'all just look at that. I should never let it got this bad. But
no kid. I'm glad she knew that. No, you should have never let it get like that.
It's time to get it right. But y'all, it's gonna be a second video.
Why is she going through stuff like she gonna save it? You got to get rid of all of that. She got bottles of Febreze. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Wendy's roaches. Oh, look at them roaches.
Make sure y'all too.
Look at all them roaches running everywhere. Them roaches running faster than a car.
And for the finishing and stuff.
She sat in the car. I could have never sat in that car to clean it out. What?
Like that. I'm gonna get me some seat covers, and just make it feel like it's my car, like it's supposed to be. But y'all, look at that. All right, bye. Ooh.
She had baby bottles down. She talking about, look at that. All right, bye. How are you filming this? How are you showing this yourself? How? Oh my goodness. How are they doing this? I can never show these videos if I was these people. This is so embarrassing. Here go another fake one. Well, first of all, here goes something else, man. Women, I love women, I do. But stop with all that. I'm the daddy, I'm the mama. I do both jobs. No, nobody can do both jobs. And especially if you got little boys. And I'm not blaming anybody or whatever, but you got to be hard on boys. Otherwise, you get this. And this is just, oh my goodness gracious. She say, my sons don't need their father. I got them. I hope that this is fake and she didn't write this or something. Oh my goodness. I would beat her and my son. You know, this the type of thing, though, that I was afraid of. I didn't want my son. Look at this boy. He got too much bounce in that booty. Don't let him go to school with Kanye. I'm just saying. He gonna be bouncing that. Speaking of Kanye, why him and Boosie got a feud, and he said Boosie smell poor. At first, I thought he was trying to say it like Boosie smells it bad, but he was saying like Boosie smell poor, like he don't have money. Boosie may not have money like Kanye, but Boosie ain't poor. And I don't like when people try to shame another person because they broke or you got more money than them. You know, you could have more money today, and then who knows in time in the future, they could be above you or whatever the case. You never know. But Boosie said, you know, you providing a bad influence out here. Your son's going to want to know what a ding ding tastes like, thanks to you. He said, your son's going to want to know what a ding ding tastes like, thanks to you. And, you know, they crazy. Anyway, this woman, boy, 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 boy. Boy, boy, boy. I'm glad they didn't have my boy out there bouncing his booty like that. Now, this woman right here, she either is a good actress or she had the devil in her. I don't know what is going on with this. Again, I almost don't believe none of these videos, to be honest. I don't believe any of this stuff. And she done turned into Shrek.
In Jesus' name.
She got heel wearing the Gucci. She got heel wearing Gucci. I hear that. It must be nice. Yeah, Boosie got the Boosie Estates. You can go on Vlad TV and they show Boosie what he got going on. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. This dude right here, before I go, he make me want to go ahead and hashtag get the strap. And I'm gonna show you why. He need to pay big time. Big time. This really, out of all the stuff, this really made me mad in real life, and you'll know why as soon as you see this.
Chances are you've seen him.
Trying to get to the restaurant.
Sympathized with his wheelchair, his drawn hands. His story ripped at your heart.
They give me money and to get some eat.
Lexington police say he's taken his act on tour of the city to places like the Lansdowne Shops, Hamburg, and the Zandale corridor of Nicholasville Road. We busted this bogus beggar right outside the police department, just minutes after a press conference about it.
Lex. I appreciate you guys busting me. Yeah, I'm really good at it, really good. I clear about $100,000 a year doing this.
Where's the gun? Hashtag get the strap. This dude is pretending to be in a wheelchair and disabled. and getting $100 grand a year. What am I doing on YouTube? This dude, why did they not arrest him for this? Why is this legal? He talking about, hey, thanks for busting me. All right, I gotta go make some more money. Where get me money? And you because dandy king. I need money. I need titty, mouth, titty, titty. What in the world? This is crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Benny Blanco from the Bronx about to take out Carlito. You say, is Jeffrey Epstein accuser just off herself? What? You talking about Maxwell? Did she take herself out the game? I didn't hear about that. If it did happen, it just happened. Let's see. Let me look on this phone. I'll Google it right quick. Let's see. Jazane Maxwell. Let's see. I'll type in Epstein accuser. What? Epstein accused of car accident. Virginia Guthrie, Prince Andrew, and Jeffrey Epstein accuser dies 30 minutes ago. What? What? Hold on. Let me pull this up on the computer. What? That's the good thing about Apple. You can just sync everything together real sweet. All right, so it says here, Virginia Guthrie, Prince Andrew, and Jeffrey Epstein's accuser dies by taking herself out the game. What? She says that, of course, this probably ain't what happened. She's 41 years old. One of the most outspoken accusers of these people, Epstein and Maxwell, his former girl. She alleged they trafficked her to the Duke of York when she was 17, which Prince Andrew has strenuously denied. Relatives said in a statement on Friday that she had been a fierce warrior in the fight against essays and that the toll of abuse became unbearable. She lost her life after being a lifelong victim of the abuse and trafficking. It described here as the light that lifted so many survivors. Wow. The mother of 3 passed away Thursday at her farm in Western Australia. Western Australia police said they were called to a home in Nergaby area on Friday night where she was found unresponsive. Wow. It said she was born in the U.S., had been living with her children and husband, Robert, in the suburb of North Perth, though recent reports suggested the couple had split after 22 years of marriage. 3 weeks ago, she posted on Instagram to say she had been seriously injured in a car accident, which her family later said she had not intended to make public. Local police later disrupted the severity of the crash. Wow. Wow. They say that she reached an out-of-court settlement with Prince Andrew in 2022, even though he denied all claims. Wow. You know, in the end, if they want to get you, they can get you. It's just very difficult to know and understand and do some things. But yeah, if they want to do something, they can. I wouldn't be surprised, and it's hard to determine what may or may not have happened, or maybe she did, maybe it's just so much difficulty with some of this stuff. You say it was the CI. Benny Blanco, yeah, they took her out. Yeah, Teddy from Snowfall got her. Hey, take this. No. Yeah. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up in here, y'all. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. There's a lot of craziness out here on Instagram. I'm gonna start try to stay on it a little more lately. Some of this stuff it can get to you though, you know. You don't want to let all this get to you too much. This right here, I'll play this before I go. This right here is some knowledge this woman break down about what happened. You know what? I'll say this for tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. Make sure y'all come through tomorrow, Saturday. I'll break it down, a little bit of conspiracies and things. So y'all have a good night, good weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Deuces. Everybody be safe, and I'm out.